Almaty artist Andrey Noda, participant of various local and foreign exhibitions. His solo exhibitions are visited by friends, colleagues and admirers of the masters and journalists. Paintings immerse the viewer into the world of good and funny characters. In the subjects of his paintings, there are simple things combined with philosophical wisdom.
Чувство юмора, живость цвета и самое главное
a sense of humor, vivacity of color, and, the most importantly, life. Moreover, participation in life, not just outwardly, but inwardly, very much a cooperated. So portraits that today Andrey demonstrates, they just relate to status.
Андрей сегодня показывает, они как раз связаны вот с этим состоянием, совершенно необычным. Тем более, что Андрей человек, который
It is unusual, especially since Andrey is a man who lives in nature and feels it, and his works are very closely intertwined with natural motifs and the human essence, its nature and its aspirations, sense of colors, the feeling of a completely unique style.
Чувство краски, чувство какого-то стиля совершенно уникального.
Andrey Noda has equipped his studio away from the city, at the foot of the mountains. He enjoys the noise of the river, green forest, fresh air, and the work brings him a great joy. At the end of the 1990s, the artist worked in the United States under the presidential program. He participated at the 2003 Symposium on Ceramics in Oregon, became the winner of Tarlan Independent Award in the category Fine Arts.
Выбрал я этот путь, конечно, благодаря, наверное, родителям, и в первую очередь отцу, который...
I chose this path, probably thanks to my parents, especially my father, who showed me that there is light in painting, there is light in music, theater, and so on, and led me to the artist studios. And apparently, from an early age, I wanted to do this.
Юного возраста во мне вот и произошло это.
After graduating from the Almaty Art School, Andrey Noda arrived in Almaty State Institute of Theatrical Art and chose the art of interior design specifically because this branch involved a lot of painting. He didn't become a designer, and without creating a single interior, Andrey Noda became famous as the author of works in painting, drawing, photography, ceramics, and contemporary art, which is a set of artistic practices prevailing in the second half of the 20th century. And in periodic literary magazines, Noda published poems. At first glance, it is visible that his works were greatly influenced by Pablo Picasso and other famous artists.
Пикассо один из тех ориентиров, на которые мы, собственно говоря, и...
Picasso is one of the landmarks on which we, in fact, once studied and worked, and imitated some time, and continue to respect so far. Picturesque realism, based on, say, Impressionism, mixed in part on the work of the group as a Jack of Diamonds. It's very simple. This is a batch of styles.
Такой группы, как бубновый балет. Все очень просто. Такой идет замес.
Russian group of artists called Jack of Diamonds worked in the early 20th century. Masters denied this academic tradition and realism of the 19th century. Their works were characterized by pictorial and plastic solutions in Cubist style. Paintings of the contemporary artist Andrey Noda, who's working in a peculiar way, tells us about us and about our time. Of course, the people who surround me and people that I know that I'm interested in, and the relationship between men and women is the main theme of mine. In real life, in addition to painting, I am interested more in cinema and mineralogy, fishing and paleontology, archaeology and history.
И рыбалка, и палеонтология, археология, история.
The artist likes to search and find semi-precious stones, quartz, jasper, agate. The drawings engraved on them by nature go beyond the imagination of the painter of the real world. Communicating with nature, watching life, he creates new works which are exhibited in different countries, and each show for the audience becomes a meeting with a special scenic realism by Andrey Noda.
Я здесь встретил очень много своих друзей, которые приехали издалека.
I met here a lot of my friends who came from afar. I'm very pleased that they all realized they were amazed with our artists. Artists who go beyond their self, the artists who simply fly in space, probably making efforts to make the world more beautiful, better, clearer, at least for themselves.
Наверное, в своих устремлениях сделать мир красивее, лучше, понятнее, по крайней мере, для себя.